ElvisCupGuy here. Hey, you guys are going to want to stay tuned and watch this entire video all the way through. I've got some rare Elvis clips to show you and some rare Elvis memorabilia from my personal collection. But let me start off by talking to you about these clips you're going to see. November 18th, 1972, Honolulu, Hawaii, 2:30 p.m. matinee show. This was precursor or warm-up to the Aloha show that would be filmed in January of 1973. So 2 or 3 little rare clips of Elvis, him coming on stage, him doing a little bit of karate at the end of Polk's Annie, and the closing, okay? Also, I've got some rare, unpublished, unseen photos taken at Graceland. You're going to want to see those from my personal collection. And also, some rare memorabilia from my collection related to the Elvis Presley Youth Center and related to the Elvis Presley Tupelo benefit concert. So anyway, stay tuned. All that stuff's coming up and it's going to start now. All right, coming up next, Elvis Presley is getting ready to take the stage November 18th, 1972, 2:30 p.m. matinee show, and he's going to lay down a little bit of CC Rider for you guys. He's coming up now. All right, coming up next, I'm going to show you some rare, unpublished, unseen photographs taken at Graceland, okay, in 1985. So I'm going to flip this camera around, and you're not going to believe what you're going to see here. So anyway, I guarantee you they're unpublished and unseen, so they're coming up now. Okay, I got this camera flipped around. I'm going to show you some of these rare, unseen, unpublished, one-of-a-kind photos from Graceland, taken at Graceland in 1985. And let me show you here real quick. I actually got the negatives to them right here. So anyway, so let me get that out of the way. Now, first, of course, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these, first is the front of Graceland, all right? And if you look on the back, you can see the date code, September 1985, all right? So, real quick, front of Graceland, all right? The back of Graceland. Across the street, Elvis Presley's jet, the Lisa Marie. And if you look and watch some of my previous videos, in fact, there was a video I did just, oh wow, not even, I don't know, a month or two ago. I talk about the time that I actually stood on Elvis's jet. And if you look right here, I walked up steps at the Charlotte Douglas Airport, February 19th, 1977. I walked up, not these steps, this is at Graceland, but I walked up the steps and stood right inside the doorway there, okay? But anyway, these photos were taken in 1985. So anyway, there's Elvis's jet. But yeah, go back and watch one of my, I've done a few videos on it, but I stood inside of damn Elvis's jet in 1977. About an hour, hour and a half before he got there. Stood right inside that doorway, all right? Anyway, next photo. The, another angle of Elvis's jet, and this is where the rear doors where you would exit. And of course, there's part of the serial number there, N880EP. It's Convair 880, and EP, of course, stands for Elvis Presley. And once again, those photos are dated September 1985. Okay, all right. Now, hang with me. I've only got a couple more photos left. Elvis's Stutz Bearcat, right there, parked outside. And one of Elvis's trikes, right there. And last but not least, the final resting place of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. All right, coming up next, Elvis is going to sing a little bit of Polk Salad Annie. November 18th, 1972, here comes the king. All right, coming up next, something from my personal collection of Elvis memorabilia. It is related to the Elvis Presley Youth Center in Tupelo and the Tupelo benefit concerts in 1956 and 1957. So anyway, I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you this. You want to stay tuned. It's only like 3 or 4 minutes, but anyway, watch the whole thing, and you're not gonna believe what I've got related to that. So anyway, it's coming up now.
In 1957, September 27th, Elvis returned to Tupelo to do a concert. He did a big homecoming concert in 56, but as you see, these are copies, of course. Benefit Elvis Presley's Youth Recreation Center to be built in Tupelo. Well, they had the groundbreaking, 1957, and some different things occurred, but it looks like even though a lot of money was raised on September 27th, 1957, and this was to help fund the Elvis Presley Youth Center, Elvis went back in maybe 60 and went to the place where it was supposed to be built, and all that was up was still the billboard. That's in 1960, after the Army. So Elvis called the mayor and said, look, something needs to happen, because I went back out there. There's a home movie you can watch online of Elvis and his buddies going out there to check on the progress of the youth center, and the sign's falling over, and they actually try to prop it up, and it falls back down. But just Google that, or go to YouTube, you can see it. Yeah, looking here, 61. And he made a few phone calls, February 61. He called Mayor James Ballard, and they actually got the thing going. So, I might do another little follow-up video on the youth center, but after Elvis made the phone call in 1961, February, then they started groundbreaking on the youth center, as you can see here in this picture. And it was completed, and here's some photos of it. Was apparently opened in the mid to late 60s, got opened up, and then it eventually turned into the Elvis Presley birthplace, and it's kind of morphed into what it is now. But the surprise I have is, during that stall out time between 1958 and 1961, there's not a lot that exists as far as the youth center. Now, they tried to get a lot of steam going behind it in 61, 62, 63, and get it resurrected, which they did. But the surprise I have is I've got 2 original membership cards. Honorary member 1958 of the Elvis Presley Youth Center. These are authentic 1958 cards that were made up for, I guess, dignitaries or people that were associated with the homecoming concert in Tupelo on September 27th, 1957. That was to help raise money for this. I have never seen, though, the Youth Center honorary member cards from 1958. In fact, these may be the only 2 in existence. And if I flip it over, you can see what they look like. So, there it is.
All right, to close out this video, it's Elvis singing a little bit of Can't Help Falling in Love, and then he's gonna leave the stage. So that's gonna close out this video, and I just wanna say real quick, thank you guys for watching this entire video all the way through. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the like button. Please hit the notification bell. You will be notified whenever I put on a new video. But as promised, Elvis is gonna close us out, and here he comes.